Off we go, ready with our pregnancy projection. That's edition. I don't know why.
Yay!
Hey, bienvenido, Ricardo. Thank you so much for being the first one to jump on and give voice to everything that you know. And the title that you chose is The Ease of Parenting or Ease with Parenting, which I love because it's already like from the body and just like the kind of idea into action conversation. It just jumps to the parenting already. So there's so many things we're gonna touch. I was wondering today, I was like, oh my gosh, it's relationship, it's body, it's whatnot. I mean, pregnancy touches so many aspects of our lives, and actually, it's something that we all lived, even though we're not mummies or you know, we have been there, all of us. So how many energetics come into play, and now I'm gonna expand rather than go faster because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna talk about this with a real man that wants to talk about it. So welcome in, Dr. Ricardo Ramirez.
Thank you very much, Chiara. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so very much for the invitation. Well, I am Dr. Ricardo Ramirez, Access Consciousness Facilitator, Certified Facilitator, and I would like to really like to invite you to acknowledge that ease is a choice and is available in every area of our life.
Are you a
Uh,
real doctor or are you a fake doctor?
yes, I mean, I'm a physician and I was a surgeon. I was working as a traumatology and orthopedics surgeon.
Wow.
And then I decided that I didn't want that anymore. So I quit to my work at the hospital. And that day, my father recommended Access Consciousness to me.
That's amazing. I mean, you're a surgeon talking about easy as a choice. Guys, we kind of changed the whole word already. It's like two
Exactly.
minutes
And
in. It's like,
with this topic, like really like pregnancy projections, it's such a huge topic because it's all about like the body and the experience that people have had on it and the science that says what and the experts and the doctors and the family, and there are so many projections about this topic in particular and in life in general that really like to get through that kind of areas in life where there is projections from everybody. It's quite a challenge, but I am here to let you know that it is super possible and that I am a living example of that. I am really like choosing ease in my life. So that is my first question to you. Like, I mean, what are you experiencing? Because that's where you can know what are you choosing. Are you having ease with whatever you are experiencing it or not? Because how would your life would be if you are committed to ease instead of so many times we are committed to judgment or to rightness or to just drama and the
yeah.
common like things in life that are the normal way to be in life, that it's so boring and it's also not so fun, not so fun and not so light.
Actually, I want to circle back because you were saying that you're a surgeon. Well, you are a surgeon, but you are a traumatologist, and I don't know why, but the words traumatologist, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, like pregnancy, not really for the fact per se, so like giving birth or kind of having a human being developing in your womb, but rather really the projection that everyone and their mother has about how you're supposed to feel. Like in Italy we do even have the shape kind of conversation. So if it's more of a pointy belly, it's gonna be a boy. If it's more and so many things.
Can you please keep on talking? I'm come back in a second. Just one
Sure.
thing, I need to bring something. Someone.
Okay. Okay, please go. Oh, I love it. There is a surprise even. I'm like, oh, what are we embarking upon? But yeah, really, like everyone and their mother has a point of view. And I am actually particularly interested in dad's perspective regarding this topic, because I have 3 kids, and I lived firsthand the oh, ciao tu! Oh my gosh, ciao Reina!
Hola,
Oh,
hola. Hello, everybody. So she knows that I'm talking here about all this stuff, and for sure she loves to be on all this stuff, and she wants to like be present and to receive and to contribute. So she actually her mom is in a business trip. She's in a business trip, and I am home alone with this precious, with this beautiful
how do you
thing.
get so lucky?
Exactly.
It's a date. We're officially all with like heart-shaped eyes, like, oh, Reina, how does it get even better? And actually, like, thank you so much, because really just like bringing her into conversation, like, feels like there are no much words required, because it's like, I'm Ease. I'm here with my daddy. I'm having the best time. All of life clearly comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And all the trauma you guys were talking about, shush, who does this belong to? And this is
Exactly.
great, because it's like, I mean, this is really what's happening between pregnancy and parenting. I don't know how many people would, just stand up, pick their baby that probably just got awake or something, but I mean, she was busy with something else, and then she was ready to come, and with such effortless movement brought them on and be like, oh, she's here and we're fine and we're creating together. So I mean, looks like ease in parenting, ease in pregnancy is really flowing to ease in parenting as well. So we're really happy to have Reina on.
Yes. And you were like saying about the projections, and like really if I can share something with you, like I have the secret recipe for having ease in parenthood or in pregnancy or in whatever, and it's just use the tools, use the access consciousness tools. I mean, there's no recipe for sure, but it's in the tools where you can like have the openness to that ease that is available to all of us. Because I mean, since Blanca was pregnant and since the very first months, we were like every day we were pot and poking all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections about everyone, and including us. Like every day, which when she was just a couple of weeks or months, and through all the pregnancy, we were like projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections of us from to her, from everybody to her, of what will happen, what should happen, what could happen, what will be good, what would be bad, and all that stuff. We were like, all that thing, would you please all destroy it and uncreate it all now?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, political names, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And then, like, after like really like being aware that there were so many projections, we started to notice we wanted to get it right. And there was a lot of judgment, like, and even like people wanted to help and give advice, but for sure they were giving their opinion, and of course with many rightness attached to, and with many points of view that were not really true for us. And we even got like a book as a gift, like a really thick book that was like the Holy Bible of pregnancy, what to expect when
God.
you're expecting kind of book.
Really? Sorry, I love that you're like, we're using the tools every day and distracted on creating projection, and then come, your mother-in-law with the big fat book of how to babies, how to from age 0 to 2, and it's like, and we all have, I
Exactly.
mean, it's a very common literature. All cultures have their referral pediatrician or whatever expert, da 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 da. So it's, I mean, there is this, it's it's both educational and insane at the same time. Because, like, I mean, what about your reality? What about your own experience? Gosh, sorry, it just
Yes.
makes me giggle. Go ahead, go ahead. You're
And
a teller. I can see that you're like, so this is what happened, and yeah, let us.
yes. And what about trusting your own knowing? And that was our choice. We said, okay, we are not reading anymore, we are not hearing anybody anymore, we are like exploring our own experience, and we will ask questions, and we will connect with our bodies and with her, and just being the question. And it was really, really, really impressive what we found out, because I mean, for sure, it was kind of uncomfortable to be such in a place where we don't have anything for sure, and we were like just following the energy step by step. And for sure, Blanca was having her doctor checking her and so on, and all that stuff. For sure, we were doing all that stuff, but in all the like difficulties of pregnancy, like the hormonal stress and the change of mood and the dizziness and the whatever, like, sometimes, well, pregnant women, I mean, it's easy for me to say we had a lot of ease because I was not the one with the baby inside. But even with the baby outside, I mean, you can tell, I mean, I am here, and this is like, just like, am I a wrong father because it's already 9 and she should be in bed? No, she's
You're
totally
the worst
fine.
father, Ricardo. Shut up.
Exactly. So that's many times it's like so simple to just see what's working and what's not working, and just choose whatever feels light and expansive for you, not what makes you go into judgment and into contraction. And if you don't do this, you will fuck them for their whole life, and you are wrong and wrong and wrong. So it's just like, okay, cool. That's your point of view. I don't reject it. I don't react to it. I just receive it and let it go. That's it.
I love that, like, you were talking about, like, all the surrounding, like you choosing to have your own reality, and all the surrounding being a little bit more like, well, this is how it goes, or this is how it should go, or these are the steps, or somewhat. And I was noticing, like, how unpopular it is to follow your knowing in this reality, because there is this expert conversation that you should, to, like, in order to be a responsible person, which transferred to, like, a good dad or a good mom, you should follow the experts. You should give credit to someone else first, and then check if it works on you, maybe. But, like, actually, it would be preferable if you go with the experts, or the more popular, or the more, even, like, it's not really a trend, but, like, they're trends. I mean, also that three boys, so they're like different ages. They're 5 years apart, the elder and the younger. And I recall that, like, co-sleeping with the baby was not popular at all when I had my first one, and I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then when I had Leon, my third one, it was like, oh, you should co-sleep and breastfeed. It was like, I did it when it was not popular, so I'm gonna stick to that because it's just pragmatic and it works for me. um I'm actually really, like, gonna ask you a question regarding, like, expecting from outside, because you use all the times we as a conversation. So even though, of course, Blanca was carrying the baby because that's anatomically how it works, but you always, like, include yourself in this pregnancy. I mean, with us, you said we all the time. So it was something that you were clearly, participating in somehow. So I was wondering, how is it for you as a man? So you clearly have a saying in whatever is going on over there. um to accompany and empower both someone else that you care about, so you're the mom of of Reina, and then yourself in this period. How is it? Like, is it stressful? Is it, I don't know, exciting? Tell us about it. I'm really curious.
Yes, actually, it was super fun. It was, and for sure, there could be moments where there were some kind of difficulties, and we found our way out with using the tools and with such an ease. Like for example, Blanca was like having this nausea at the beginning, and we were like asking, okay, um, what else is possible here? Who or what can contribute to you? What can we like now choose to have ease with this? And then Blanca didn't get that nausea anymore, and our dog was getting up during the night, and he was puking, brah, 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 and Blanca was totally fine, and we found out that the dog was taking out the nausea for her. It was crazy, but it's something that happened.
Well,
Or with the changing of mood, like it was impressive because we noticed how all the natural abilities that we have as energetic beings, like awareness, perceiving, knowing, receiving, they were exponentialized during pregnancy. Like, I mean, normal, there could be like a pregnant woman, like have a lot of smell, like intense smell or taste or whatever. Well, the same with perceiving. So really like acknowledging her increased perceiving during the whole pregnancy was such a gift, and just being the question of who does this belong to was like a game changer for her. And like these are two simple examples where just asking questions and following the energy and trusting whatever happens, you will find out and you will manage. It's when you can find out that ease, because you were saying about the experts, no, the experts that have their role of giving you the answers, and they have the proof because they have their academic credentials, doctors, therapeutes, psychologists, whatever. And then we rarely question what the expert says. We just take that as granted.
yeah.
And if we don't fit into their knowledge or into their experience, then we're even wronger.
You know, I'm gonna share a little story about that because my mom is a doctor, and I recall like I had my first kid when I just turned 21, so I was quite young, and I recall that I asked her, I was like, so you know, what was your experience with, I don't know, with whatever, with pregnancy, birth, whatever? And she said, "Oh, forget about me. I'm crazy. I drove myself nuts with looking at like my anatomical books and stuff of all the cases, like all the wrong worst case scenario that I could think of." And I was like, "Why? You know, why?" And she was like, "I don't know. I started to obsess about it, and I couldn't just." You know, I had to go and read the percentages of whatever horrible disease or what, you know, the worse, then some more. And it was interesting because she was using her knowledge and her credential to drive herself nuts because she had to be worried because um, it kind of it could, like all the information she had, she couldn't find a way to make it ease on her, and she just had to, I don't know, stress somehow. And I just find it very interesting because then there are people that haven't, like my grandma, she was a chemist, but and she had four sons and daughter, and she never drove herself nuts. I asked her right before, like, having birth, my first son. I was like, so, birth, how is it? And she was like, oh, sweetheart, if birth was so difficult, the world would have stopped. And I was like, that is a very sane point of view. I really like it. I mean, yeah, let's do that. So, experts, let's talk about it. Also, you are an expert because you are, I mean, yeah, so yeah, that's to be doctor. How was that? How could you have ease with all the knowledge and information that you have, and, Blanca being pregnant?
I mean, I was never a normal doctor. I've been a healer my whole life. Since I remember, I learned to play with energy and to heal with energy since 5 years old. And then I sometime later on, I decided that I wanted to be a surgeon, and that was my way to contribute to the world. And it was super cool, and I enjoyed it, and it was fun, and it was a really nice stage of my life. But at some point, I realized that the symptomatic approach to disease and to many times the invasiveness to the bodies, and it was not kind, neither with me, neither with the patients. So I was looking for something different, and well, that's the story where I did my postgraduate in alternative therapies like bio-neuroemotion and so on, until the point that I was 100% sure I wanted to leave allopathic medicine. I'm still a physician, but just to be completely honest, just as a marketing tool. Because I mean, for sure, I know medicine and I know the body, and that's still part of me.
Of course.
But I will always start better with a question, with the energy, with following like my knowing, and that going into the what's the awareness that the body is showing, not what's wrong with the body and with what's malfunctioning.
Mm.
And what capacities are you like not acknowledging, that if you acknowledge them, you will have total ease with your body. And instead of what you said, no, like your mom is an expert, and she knew, and she was preparing and looking for this all this kind of stuff that she should be prepared for. And then you prepare for what? For the disaster. You're looking for the right recipe, but the recipe for also getting the disease, the disaster, the drama, the disquiet, the discrepancy, and never the choice of joy and ease as a possibility.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, I love what you're saying because there is this strong conversation on following your knowing and also not allowing anything or anyone to be bigger than you, even statistics, even data, even whatever. It's like, no, what do I know? Where do I want to be? What do I want to choose? And what will create space and ease, which is not a very popular concept. Let's say that drama and trauma, it's way more, I don't know, it's a little bit more scandalistic, and it just, turns head a little bit more than ease. But
I mean, it could be also quite entertaining, and for some people also quite should be like fun, or maybe exciting, or maybe addictive, or maybe we're just used to it, or maybe it's just flying all around us, and we need to be like present that that's what most of the people are choosing. So to not get drowned and get like into that current, you need to like be present with whatever is happening, and trust what you know, even though the others doesn't validate your knowing, even though they do not agree with you.
mm,
Because that's the thing, then people don't agree with you, and then you quit your knowing. And that was the whole process of pregnancy. And now with parenthood, it has been like this challenge of trusting what I know, and trusting what my body knows, and trusting what Blanca knows and what her body knows. And that we are like, you were saying that, you were asking me like, you are talking about we, as in every time. Also you didn't have the pregnancy, well, not in my body, but for sure in my energetic awareness all the time. And I didn't have the body changes, but I was aware of what was happening in Blanca's body. And we also, like, we're saying, okay, this is our ask, we are demanding, we are having is what it's gonna take, what would it take, because we are not choosing the normal drama. That's not us. So we went to uh, three body classes, two 3-day body classes during pregnancy, and one ABC, the advanced body class.
Gosh, Reina got out and she was fully equipped to handle the world and outcreate everyone she meets times and times again. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, but like, what a blessing to be able to receive, be exposed to the information of relaxing and receiving, and allowing your body to know that it knows, even in your belly, like even when you're forming your organs and your part. What a freaking gift that is for kids. I just see, I mean, I have three, and I just see how, like, Martina, the second one, asked, like, I stumbled upon bars when I was expecting him, and like I just see the huge phenomenal difference it made, um, between the pregnancies, having and using and being the tools, and how much ease it creates, and how much more ease you have in not necessarily like slipping into this familiarity somehow of trauma and drama, but rather going with what you know. Even if nobody validates it, even if you are the only one acknowledge it, going with that. And it's a muscle you build, I guess, because also, no one is going to encourage you. It's a different conversation, but like my kids are homeschooled since like 3 years. And when I took them out of school, my family was like, "You nuts, you're like, they're going to be unsocialized freaks. You're doing them the biggest disservice ever." And turns out, academically, but like turns out that they're super happy and creating their lives in the most dynamic ways that you wouldn't even believe of, and so sometimes it's not familiar, nobody can validate you, but if you can have your own back and be willing to trust that, and back up yourself and back up that muscle and grow it constantly, oh my gosh, the places you'll go. And it's so great. I'm like super grateful that you talk about like really having the tools and being the tools during pregnancy, not acquiring them necessarily after, but like really using them all the way through, with you as a couple, with you as parents, with Reina as a little forming creature coming into this planet. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot, but I'm so amazed. I'm like, I never knew Ricardo. I'm like, whoa, that's so awesome.
Yes, it was really super cool. Like, um, you can see here, she's asleep now. Ah, but it was like, I mean, it was this 3-day body classes and the advanced body class, like, really gave us the energy, the space, and the consciousness to create our own like experience, like not to have the rehash reality of someone else and of everybody else, and to create a future that only we are able to have and to live. because nobody is us and nobody is choosing for us right now. So it's just choosing for you, and with the, I mean, you were talking, I mean, to have this trust and to not to get validated from anyone else, and anyone else is like agreeing with you and so on. Yes, you need to have a level of courage and vulnerability that not many people have in this world. You will have to leap, you will have to receive judgment. Yes, it will be, it can be, you were already saying it with your experience with your children, but it's really what capacities, what beyond these reality capacities do you have that you keep assuming do not exist? So you can live as though the mess, the drama of this reality is the truth, and what you are allowing to create your life, as though it was actually your choice. Are you choosing? And everything that is times a Godzillion, will you destroy it and create it all, please?
Yes, please.
Right and wrong, good and bad, tampoco name, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So, like really, like having the tools, the classes. It was not only the body processes. Like for me, like every day, every moment, it's a moment to touch your body and to ask your body if it needs some energy, some process, and just let the energy flow. And during pregnancy, that was such a gift. And we took also other classes that I don't even remember right now, but it was like 8, 10 classes that we took, and every one of them was such a contribution, and it was just like the perfect way to keep on like into the space of ease, like like hearing the recordings and using the questions and the tools. It was really like such a gift. And Blanca, during the pregnancy, like somehow she received so much the miracle her body is, that she got out of judgment with her body. So
What a side effect. Not only you got Reina, but she got out of judgment as well. It's like, my gosh, what a gift.
yes, and afterwards she still like falls into into the old way of functioning and judgment with her body for sure. But at least during pregnancy it was not the case, and you can see like how her body was so relaxed, so like shining, so like grateful. Like the awareness and the consciousness of her body was like shouting, thank you, for this space.
Wow.
So what what can you choose for you, for your body to say thank you for everything you are choosing, and everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, receive, perceive, all of this, will you destroy it and create it all, please?
Yes, please.
Right and wrong, good and bad, shorts, voice, poets, and beyonds.
I just want to clarify, just as a thing, because when you were talking about Blanca and getting out of judgment and stuff, to me, there was like the very strong energy of like the teamwork that happens when you're pregnant. Like there is the baby and there is you and there is this huge communication, but you can just choose to be grateful for your body without needing to get pregnant at all. And apparently Ricardo has been choosing that dynamically as well. If you see Reina just like sleeping in his arms and just totally relaxed. Ay, chiquitita. Oh my gosh. Oh, cutest. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to point out that we're talking like the topic here is pregnancy protection, and we're actually on kind of top of the hour, so we're going to be closing soon. But like, um, pregnancy, we're talking about pregnancy protection and are taking off from the topic of being pregnant with a baby. But it's really something that you can apply to any moment in your life and anytime you're choosing something new, to choosing to give birth or bring into the world something new. It can be, I don't know, it can be whatever, a book you're writing, I don't know. But like, so what if gratitude is one of those elements that you could constantly, you know, not even reach out for, but like reach in for and just use as fuel for everything that you're choosing and all of the other ones. And I'm like so grateful for you, Ricardo, because it's like, using the tools, going to classes, just like creating the spaciest environment possible for Reina to land and then on and then moving on and be like, okay, what more? What else? How does it get even better? So this exponentializing conversation, it's also amazing.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Kara. And I would like to finish with a couple of questions because is possible? Are you choosing it, or are you committed to drama and complaint and everything that is pod and poc? And the questions are: how much is are you avoiding not to be so different? And everything that is times a gazillion will you destroy it and create it all, please?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc online, shorts, boys, pods, and beyonds. So what difference can you choose now that would allow you to have more ease with everything? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy it and uncreate it all, please?
Yes,
Right
please.
and wrong, cool and bad, put up name, shows, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because is different. Is not out there in everybody's people's lives. It's more common to have complaint, drama, trauma, and all the judgment and the rightness of our points of view. So just know, be aware that there are like trillions of points of view. Don't keep them. If you hear them, as just ask, is this light or is this heavy for me? And if it's heavy, just let it go. It's not true, it's a lie. And you can just let it go and then choose lightness. That's the trick. Just commit to lightness and everything will be fine. I'm sure.
I love it. Yes, please. It's just I'm so grateful that we're starting with like this whole week about with the willingness to have your own reality, even as if as weird and alien as it might appear for people. Like, oh my gosh, they're having ease, they're happy, and their couple relationship is great, and da da da. Yeah, what if you're willing to be that instead of all the things that we all know too well? Ricardo, I'm so beyond grateful. Thank you so much. I feel like I want to chat to you forever. Not now, because you have a date that you will attend
Yes,
to. She's
it is already like,
hi. I love when kids are abandoned and they're like just sleepy and relaxing.
yes.
But thank you so much, and I will ask you. And I'm actually gonna write down in the comments and in the playlist all the places where people can find you and your next creation and all of that. Um, and so we all know that you're a doctor for, you're a doctor, but you're way beyond doctor. So, anyone that is interested, please,
Yes, and
see.
now my business, my access business, and my nickname, it's Doctor Consciousness.
Of
So that's
course,
my law.
I love it. It's like, marketing purposes. Yeah, I'm gonna use
Exactly. How
that. Is
does it get any better?
Thank you so much, Ricardo. Thank you, everyone, on. And we're gonna catch up tomorrow again, and it's gonna be no, it's gonna be 5 p.m. European time with the next speaker. Shall you have any question, please use the link and ask them there. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, Ricardo. It was such a pleasure. And thank
Thank you,
Elena.
Clara. Thank you, everybody.
Ciao. Bye.
Ciao.